What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Musk-n'mates podcast. First up on the show, we'll be doing a short interview of Raph, who is currently playing the WARMANE Frostmourne. So, Raph, first question: are you actually having fun on the server at all? Like, are you enjoying the new Fresh Realm? Is it enjoyable? Is it an enjoyable experience to?
It's been a very good experience so far because I've not really played Wrath of the Lich King much as an expansion, and I've never been a PvPer as much. So this server itself is scratching both of those itches that I've had for a while.
And what are you preferring more on the server, the PVE or the PvP?
The PvP by far. The PvE is either really undertuned or really overtuned in some cases.
Are you saying that it's undertuned just because it's Wrath of the Lich King, or the specific server is undertuned?
Some of the heroics were a lot easier on a server called Frosthold, but also some are way easier on this server than they were on there. So
Yeah, so in general, how would you compare it to Frosthold? Like, what would you say you're having a better time on?
I'm having a way better time on this server just because there's an active PvP community on it.
And what do you think of the quality of the players in the server? Are they good quality or are they bad?
So the only thing is because Woman has multiple realms, like all the best players have stuck to the main server Ice Crown. So the quality of players is lower than it is on Ice Crown, but it's still higher than other Wrath servers, I'd say.
Do you find many bugs? What's going on over there?
So I've not really lagged out much. If I'm lagged out, it'll be because of my internet mostly. And bugs wise, I've got a few clips on Twitch of me falling through the ground in with the charges because I'm playing a warrior. So
Oh no.
That happens on a lot of private servers though, to be fair. And I think
yeah,
even in the retail WoW at the time, I know for a fact that charge bug in Warsong Gulch, where if you were over top of the tunnel and you charge someone, it would run you all the way around and underneath. So
yeah.
charge is one of the harder things to script, but I'm s I've been hearing like there's bugs on this server that don't exist on the original like Ice Crown server. Is like I've seen people posting screenshots of them. Is that like, have you seen anything like that? Any weird bugs other than just the charge thing, or?
Uh, Weird bugs, not really. Cause while I was leveling, there weren't any like major bugs like at all.
Did all the quests
The
work?
only issue, the quest that I did worked fine, but they didn't buff the spawn timers
Oh my god.
for a lot of the quests at endgame, so you could sit around for half an hour waiting to get a quest done.
And as an English speaking European, how have you found the server in terms of English speaking players? What percentage do you think it would be? And have you had any trouble getting groups whatsoever? Or
So I've not had any issues with groups. Every group I've run into has spoken English very fine. But obviously, because I'm British, I can't speak other languages, so I have to talk in English anyway. And every time I do, I get a reply in English,
and let's
whether
just
it's broken or not.
let's just get the question out of the way. The question that probably everyone wants to know: have you noticed any fake population?
Have I noticed any fake population?
Yes,
Like,
anything
I
dodgy.
like
Yeah, anything dodgy.
like how those, you know how some private servers, like it's not even a secret. Some of them will have little bots running around to make their servers seem more alive. Like just
yeah.
leveling bots. Have you seen anything like that or?
So I've in the first on the first day there was one character that I ran into that played exactly like a bot, and it was in a guild called WARMANE. Now
Right.
that guild is the biggest guild on this server, but most of the players that I've seen in there have been real players. It was just that one exception on the first day.
And what's your experiences been with queue so far? Have you had any queues? And if so, what's the average time you've actually had to sit in a queue for?
So queues, because of when I'd get on, they're only like lower queues. So I've only had like highest 400 person queues. That's like 5 or 10 minutes to get through.
So you're averaging about 10 minutes per queue.
Yeah.
And what's the scripting like in dungeons? And would you say how is that? And if you've done any raids, what's the scripting like in that?
So I haven't touched any raids yet, but I've done every heroic on the server, and they've been scripted fine, except on the last boss of which dungeon is it? Sorry.
Was it Oculus?
No, Oculus was fine actually. It was on Kahet, the Old Kingdom. The last boss is having the the clones, sorry, are really overtuned compared to servers like they were on Frosthold. On Frosthold, that boss was a complete joke. On this server, it's probably the hardest boss in heroics
It's probably going to be
because
harder than Nax 10.
I wouldn't doubt it. The
Nax 10.
clones hit for like 8k a shot.
How many? So
Like
have you done Nax 10 yet, or Nax 25, or?
I haven't stepped into a raid because I've just wanted to PvP so far.
Phase?
Hold on. My final question will be to you: Is have you what's the gold spam like on the server, and have you noticed many bots?
What do you mean gold spam? Like people
Do you
asking for
notice
gold?
people spamming in chat, like selling gold, trying to sell you shit in whispers, mail?
There's one character I've seen in the I think it's a couple weeks now the server's been out. In
So
the
he's
couple
been
weeks
he's been selling gold for a couple of weeks and he hasn't been banned yet.
no, it's one character I've seen in the entire time and it's already been banned.
Oh shit,
Okay,
that's pretty good actually.
well, that sounds pretty good then.
So how does do you know how the cash shop works exactly? Like I know cash shop's like a big deal with a bunch of people with Warman servers, and I heard that like gear is only going to be available, like let's say Ulduar comes out, then you're going to be able to get Nax gear during that time. Is that how it works, or do you know more?
No, it's current content. So yesterday, in fact, they released Nax gear onto the cash shop. For the past 2 weeks, it's only been heirlooms while people were leveling.
Oh, so right now you can buy Nax Rammus gear.
Yeah, right now you can buy Nax gear.
Shit. All right. I mean, I can see like,
Yeah,
but that's the thing I always said about Warmane. Like, it's more of I treat it more like a game like League of Legends, or like if I
yeah,
were to play it,
that's
it's more like League of Legends or Counter Strike or something that you like. Basically, if you want to like play a queue simulator where log in, do some dungeons, queue or battlegrounds, and have some PvP fun, and not play it like a super hard progression server, then it's like a good server. And I mean, it is 7x, so
yeah. That is what the server is at the moment. It's a queue server because everyone can just buy the gear that they want. So yesterday they released Snax 25 loot onto the cash shop. If I walk around Stormwind, I could find 5 people with the best two-handed weapon in the game right now, probably.
so what do you?
And how much does that go for? How much would that weapon go for?
That's like £20.
Which is what in burger money? What's that in burger money?
That's like 26
I
burger
can't.
monies. It's like
Yeah,
22 to 26 burger monies. I
Right.
don't
yeah.
Oh,
know
I,
what's
exact
the what's the
conversion.
what's the queue like for dungeons?
oh well, I just got an instant pop. If you saw that one.
You're a tank though, right? From what I can see here.
No, I'm a DPS.
Oh wow,
Okay, you're a
that's actually
DPS,
pretty good for
and you just
DPS.
got an instant pop as DPS, huh?
Yeah, I did.
That's
So
pretty. That's not bad then.
everyone's Yeah, everyone's doing their dungeons to get the gear that they want, because you can also buy gear from. You can buy gear for PvP gear from badges. Sorry, so you can buy your PvP 5 set with badges.
And what's the current population right now? Like, what are we looking at?
Well, obviously, because it's a WARMANE server, we don't know. But they advertised.
Did you have to
tw-
did you have to wait to get into a queue today?
No, but that's because I've donated in the past.
Oh,
If you
come on, man.
if you've donated, yeah, I know.
Come on, man. Never subbed,
It,
never donated. Fucking neighbor's Wi-Fi.
gimme.
yeah,
That's how I roll.
but yeah, if you donate, you skip all the queues. So
So you're good to go. How much did you donate? How much did it cost?
it was just £10.
And you donated because you were
nothing
sick of
major.
waiting in queues, or?
Yeah, it was too. It was mainly because of the queues. I didn't want to wake up in the morning and sit in a queue
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That
with.
sucks.
So with the UK quarantine at the moment and quarantine everywhere, it's draining to wake up and have nothing to do in the first place, and then if I want to play this server, I then sit in a 400 player queue.
Can't even
Yeah,
go outside because it's
fuck.
cold and raining.
Fucking
Yeah, exactly.
fucking police come flying out of the fucking bushes with batons and start clubbing you down.
You get a license for
Yeah.
You got a fucking license, mate.
that?
Got a license for that fucking spoon, mate.
So would you say that, like, right now, as an English Warmane player, you're peaking right now? Like, there's tons of British people to play with.
So I wouldn't say there's tons of British people to play with. Most of them are European, with it being a European server.
Yep.
So its peak is in EU times, but it's early morning at the moment. It's 7:30 for me. So
Jeez, you're up early or up late.
yeah, it's up early. I've got a really
Nice.
fucked sleeping pattern at the moment.
All right, Musk, have you got any more questions you'd like to ask Raf?
I think that pretty much covers it. Like, that's pretty good generalization of his experience with Warman so far. Well, one more question, actually. How long do you think you'll keep playing the server for? Like, are you feeling any burnout anytime soon, or do you think you'll stick it out for the entire duration, or till Ulduar, or what?
So at the moment, my goal for this server is, because they've said that every character that's played on here will be moved to the big server Ice Crown after they're finished with the server. So at the moment, I want to play out the whole server so I can have a character on the big server, so I can play with friends on that server.
Right? Are you gonna like so like you say you're focusing PvP, so is it mainly gonna be like arenas then? You're gonna like hardcore arena
Uh,
or just like casual PvP?
it's everything really. Like BGs are fun. Best part of the server at the moment is the pre-mades on it.
Base. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast and detailing your experience with the new fresh Warmane. Man, it really helped us out. It's good to hear.
No
It's good
worries.
to hear from someone who's actually currently playing it, like, literally as we speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like quite literally as we speak. Like we don't that rat Liam was supposed to come on and show for Warmane,
Oh, he's a wage slave,
but
so
he's too busy. He's wage slave, so he's still sleeping. So
yep. Thank God for Neats, man. Thank
rat
God for Rafs.
Raf fucking Raf came on and bailed us out last minute. So based Raf, appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. We really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
no worries.
All
All
right,
right,
peace, bud.
peace. All right, so big thanks once again to Raf for coming on. That was super helped us out in a pinch. And moving
Yep.
on, I want to bring focus to the classic ZG launch and how fucking abysmal and laggy it was. Like, it is actually so bad. Monkey News has some good clips from his stream. I remember his stream had like 7K views and everyone was roasting the game of how fucking bad it was. And I even made a video making fun of it. So
Oh man, so it's been 3 weeks since our last podcast, right?
I think
And a lot has happened since then in regards to Blizzard. I roasted Blizzard last podcast. I called them a shit company, and we're back here today, 3 weeks later, and they're an even shitter company than last time. This is the company that keeps on giving crap content. Hit the clip, Musk. Hit it.
All right, fucking here we go. Let's see. There's 2 of them.
Druid has been alive
Oh.
for hours.
This
With
is
his
a
war
$50
chief,
billion
he's
company, by the
invincible.
way. Let's just keep that in mind when we're watching this.
Look at this druid. Like, look at everyone.
Let's just cancel Classic, man. There's no point.
They pay for this.
We had fun. It was a good idea, but
They pay a monthly
that
fee
guy
for
on the
this.
fucking Blizzard panel was right, man. We thought we did,
We thought we did,
but we didn't,
but
man.
we didn't.
But we
man.
fucking did it.
Yeah, literally.
Cadets,
like
cadets.
we've all been saying that exact line as a meme for months. We thought we did, but we didn't. We were wrong. We did not want fucking Classic. We should have just fucking we had it good with private servers. What the fuck were we thinking? And before I get on a too big of a fucking rant, I'm gonna watch the next clip, but like just the absolute state of this. Like
Oh my god,
he's even
man.
like we thought we did, but we didn't. This shit is fucking pathetic.
And I got to reiterate, all right? This is I think it's a 50 to 60 billion dollar company. Billion. I believe they have like 600 employees, if that's correct. This is a massive company, right? This is a huge company, massive studio. They've been doing this shit for 15 fucking years. Okay,
More.
We've got a couple of neats. We've got a couple of neats in their fucking basement. Okay, can't get a job at McDonald's because they're too useless for that. They're literally hosting a fucking WoW server out of their basement while their mum pays the bills, and they do a 50 times better job than these fucking losers. These fucking assholes can't even keep a server up without it lagging out. You know what I mean? And then they have to implement layering. They promised after phase 2 there would be no layering, the layering would be removed. These assholes can't keep a promise. Their servers suck fucking fat dick. Okay, their game sucks dick. Their 1.12.1 patch blows fucking cock. Ragnaros falls over from a stiff fucking breeze. Okay, ZG's gonna be a cakewalk. BWL got cleared in 10 minutes after opening or whatever the fuck it was. All these dad gamer guilds were clearing it. This game is a fucking joke. If you pay for this game, if you pay a monthly fee for this game, you are being scammed.
Yep. I fucking agree, honestly. Like, I'm gonna watch this last clip and then I'm gonna go in, but so this is like just basically another clip of the same thing. Like Apes has been denied 2 world firsts basically in this super competitive game. By the way, it's super competitive. World firsts matter. They've been denied. They got denied a BWL world first because they weren't able to access the raid for 10 minutes, and they got denied ZG as well. Even though ZG doesn't really matter as much, but they were unable to enter for almost an entire hour. So like this is a Monkey News dead at the portal. Everyone in his group's dead, and he can't even get his corpse. He can't resurrect. It says he's not even in a fucking raid group when he is. Like, the
Look at
servers
all the horde.
the servers are literally fucking dying.
The servers are on fire, man. They're fucking. There's a fire in the server
And
room.
there's not even that many people. The problem here is Blizzard is using their fucking shitty, like, their stupid fucking shitty phasing layering technology that they've implemented into Legion, because it's a backwards engine, it's a reverse engineered Legion client, and basically the servers are like made for smaller amounts of players. They're hyper efficient with small amounts of players,
They're
and
cloud servers.
yeah, and that's what layering does. Like, so when one server fills up, it just overflows into the next micro server, and that's how their system works. But well, at least like that's how it's been explained. And obviously, I'm not like I don't work at Blizzard.
That is, it is. It's just a bunch of jars, and then once one gets full, they fill up the next one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty
Which is a horrible design for a game like Classic WoW, which is meant to literally be a giant MMO. Okay, this game, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna get attacked in the comments. I don't particularly. Vanilla's a decent game. It's fun the first time around, but it's not a particularly impressive game. And one of the saving aspects of Vanilla that makes it still playable in 2020 is the fact that the community in Classic matters so much more than any other version of the game. Right? The community aspect is very big in Vanilla WoW. You got World Dragons. You need to have control of regions so you can farm. Okay, so you can actually fucking raid and make money.
but
That's why community accent but you can't do that on these servers because everything is fucking layered, everything is fucking laggy. They've totally ruined the community aspect of this game. They have completely and utterly fucked Vanilla WoW. They can't even reboot a game properly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the reason, like I went to one world boss and it was so fucking laggy and unplayable. I got just so mad, and I'm like, I'm never going to another one. It wasn't fun. I can't play my character, And there's just absolutely no excuse in fucking 2020 or 2019 when the game launched. It's absolutely fucking pathetic that like these servers can't even handle this. Like Blizzard needs to get some hardline fucking servers that can enable like the MMO in a fucking game. Like even with retail, anytime you have like a gathering of 40 or more players, the servers literally start fucking dying.
Yeah, I think they should ask Netherwing for server hardware advice. That's what I think.
Like it's actually just fucking brutal how bad it is. Like the main drop classic is like 40 versus 40 battles or whatever, or like,
Try 100 versus 100
yeah,
and like
or like
hundreds.
like
Yeah.
60 versus 60. Like sure, I don't expect flawless, but I expect at least playable. Maybe there's like, but on private servers, you'd maybe get some
No, you know
legs.
what? You know
You would get
what?
some lag spikes, but you wouldn't like it
In
wouldn't freeze.
2020, man, in 2020 on a 15-year-old game, I actually do expect flawless. I actually do expect flawless.
You know what? Yeah, honestly,
Anything less than anything less than flawless isn't good enough when you're paying. I don't know what the price is in American, but I believe in Australia it's $15 a month. Okay, $15 a month, and you can't even play the fucking game without them. So they can't play the game. Their servers are so bad. So what they do is they break the game, ruin the immersiveness of it, and they actually destroy the social element to the game by adding layering. So they fuck their own game because they can't. They refuse to have proper servers because they're so fucking cheap. Okay, and the owner of their company only cares about an extra dollar. He only cares about making an extra dollar. They don't give a fuck about their reputation. That's why they shit out shit game after shit game, BFA shit. What was that other shit game? Warcraft, the remake? Fucking garbages. Just terrible. Just
bombed.
horrible. Actually, worse than the total bomb.
It was
Worst rated game in history, I
It was a
believe.
downgrade. Like that's how bad it is. Like
Oh, it was a downgrade.
how do you take a beloved game like that and fucking blow it? Like this company is sub fucking human. Like honestly, you know that video of that guy with the bulldozer, like the armored bulldozer? I hope someone does that to Blizzard. I want someone to just take that fucking bulldozer
All right, let's not go
and
overboard.
just
Let's
I
not
know,
go
I want them
overboard.
to bash down the game, start fucking bulldozing the whole place over. That's what needs to fucking happen.
Fucking based.
Okay, maybe not that.
Yeah,
but
I'll say this. I'll say
fucking
this.
bulldoze it.
I don't want that to happen. But if it was to happen, I'm
I
not
would-
gonna say that I wouldn't laugh. Like I'll say that.
Yeah, it would be, okay, yeah. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, but you gotta admit
Yes.
it'd be pretty fucking based if it did.
It'd be fucking hilarious. Yes, but
And,
so
and the thing
do,
is, I
do
just
you
wanna
have
say,
do you have another clip there?
well, I already played two of them, but the thing is,
Uh.
I know people are gonna say, oh well, the servers were so laggy, so they have to re-enable layering. So first of all, we already went over that the servers shouldn't be that laggy because it's 2019, 2020, and they like private servers aren't even this laggy. And second of all, even if they want to use a shitty server technology, then why didn't they cap realms at 3,000 or 5,000 at the very most, and make sure they had perfect 50-50 faction balance?
Yeah, and I just want to say to all these dipshits that are like that always try and make excuses for Blizzard and their laggy fucking crumhole servers. Northdale, right? I was there for Northdale opening, which is a Lights Hope server, the last one they released.
13,000.
There was 13,000 people online, and the server didn't go down once.
It went
and
down.
even as an
It did.
Australian,
It
who has
crashed once.
even as an Australian, I didn't even see it crash. I don't even remember it crashing. And I played for 6 hours, like just off the bat from start of opening. And I'll say this: even as an Australian that has higher latency than other people, so that already puts me off to a bad start and makes my internet more likely to go on these servers. I didn't get any lag whatsoever, none on Northdale opening. 13,000 people.
Yeah,
These
there wasn't
fucking
any.
idiots. These idiots can't even keep a server up during a ZG opening.
Yeah, I remember.
Trash.
I remember that distinctly. I was with two other people. I can't remember. I know it was Bobby, and I don't remember who the other person was. But we were farming, just grinding mobs to level. There was fucking like, I don't even think there was a pixel on screen that didn't have a fucking player on it. 13,000 people
literally.
at the exact same time, all in Valley of Trials. Like obviously they're all over the world, but Valley of Trials for Horde is one of the most populated starting zones. Element Forest, Valley of
Yep.
Trials, and Tears Fall Glades are the three like big lag zones, and Valley of Trials especially. And it didn't really lag that bad, like hardly at all. I could kill mobs. My buttons went off when I pressed them, and the server crashed once for like 2 seconds, and it was back up, and it did not crash the entire time. And for people saying, "Oh, but you lose your characters on private servers," like no, on Northdale, it ran its whole course. You played all the way until Nax. Nax is on farm for a while, and your character data is still available. And there's lots of private servers that have accepted that character data.
Yep. Okay. So, for instance, I trashed the server last podcast, Light's Vengeance, but there was literally Northdale accounts on Light's Vengeance because they gave Light's Vengeance their character data, so people could access their characters again. That's why there's people running around with Nax gear and stuff. You know, so they're not gone. They're never gone. And who gives a shit if they're gone anyway? Your character's gone after the next expansion comes out.
Exactly.
When TBC comes, which it will come, and that'll be shit, but that's a separate topic. When TBC comes, okay, your character data, your character will not look the same anymore. You'll not be able to do vanilla content properly anymore. So that's that. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Your gear will be replaced by fucking Outland quest screens.
Yeah, I mean, and that's people have the misconception. Like, if you want a character like that, play fucking RuneScape, man. Like, play a sandbox.
Go
MMO.
play fucking RuneScape. Go play RuneScape.
Like, WoW is
literally.
not WoW is a theme park, and honestly, in the modern era, WoW is almost better built for like seasonal. You know how I'm honestly starting to believe that WoW, like in the modern era, WoW is more of a seasonal game. Like, you know how
I
like
agree.
than it is like a fucking long-term MMO. Because
Yeah,
just the
like
way it's
I'm
designed,
not
man.
I'm not a fresh bag by any means. Like I like playing servers out to their max, but generally I think a server should last about 1.5 years, and then it's pretty much run its course after that.
Yeah, 1.5 to 2 years. Make 2 years tops, and you have enough time to get through all the content because old content's figured out and it gets done faster. And it's not new, so people like there's not like the marvel of discovery. You've done it before. You kind of just want to play through it again with your buds. And like so
Yeah.
1.5 to 2 years, perfect duration for server. Maybe vanilla is I think vanilla maybe should be like even like 1 and 3 months maybe, but that's obviously technical, not really worth saying.
Like, what do these morons want to do, man? Sit there and farm Naxxramas for the next 10 years of their life?
Yes, I don't know why. But, like, there's like a
Just
fucking.
brainless.
But the thing is,
Total
like,
morons.
those people are like 1% of the like WoW community. Like, the only people left
Yeah.
playing on Light's Hope were there was like 200 people when it was a 13K pop server, and everyone was
Well,
on
that was on the older servers.
and
That
it-
was
but-
on Lightbringer,
that was on Lightbringer when everyone was on Northdale.
Northdale.
Lightbringer had 200, but at one point Lightbringer was the fucking 14K pop server. So servers have a
Yeah.
lifespan, and you just gotta face it, like
The fresh always wins, man. The fresh always wins. That's the hard reality of private servers.
because it's more fun. Like go play like honestly, like sorry, but WoW is just not the type of game for a permanent character. RuneScape's much
Well,
better.
you
than
know
Rune.
what? Like, there is a lot of servers out there that have very old servers. Like, so look at Warmane.
Then
Look
play-
at how
yeah,
old is Ice Crown?
Play fucking Ice Crown if you want to character.
Yeah, go
to
play
last
Ice
forever.
Crown. Go play Ice Crown, bro. Literally.
Go play
That
Tori.
server's been up for like what? How long's that been up for? Like 6 years?
Go play Tori Mists of Pandaria, man. And the thing is, like, you could say, well, but I like classic. Well, your classic WoW character is not gonna be around forever either. Like we said, it's gonna be gone.
Exactly. You're fucked either way, man. You might as well just bite the bullet.
So, and yeah, basically, the next thing I want to move on to, like, it kind of relates to this, is how Blizzard Dev said that they would never re-add layering again after phase
Dude, you're
2.
telling me Blizzard are liars?
And then they also said there's only 2 layers, and that's as high as we're going. And literally, like a day later or two, we're aware of some of the issues facing select realms currently, and to address this, we've implemented a 3rd layer. The following realms contain 3 layers. Herod, like what a fucking joke. 3 fucking layers, and people are still playing the shit. How many people said, "Oh, if they add layering, I'll never play this game again," and they're still
A lot of them.
fucking playing.
I mean, I'll come out and say it. I think there's people in our own Discord that might have said that and might still be playing. I'm not sure, but I think there is.
I'm just trying to think. Anyways,
There has to be someone. Like nothing, maybe?
that guy gets fucking bullied anyways. No one likes him. He's not in anyone's. He's not in any of the discords anymore.
Yeah, true. Anyway, back to layering, right? I mean, shock horror. You know, Blizzard lied. That's all these fuckers do is lie. All they do is tell lies. These assholes. There was another screenshot that I sent you. They promised that layering would be removed by phase 2. Okay, it is currently phase 4, and they've reintroduced layering. And they've reintroduced it not because the problem is unfixable. I hate to say it. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I have to go back here. These assholes are inflicting actual damage on their player base because they refused to plan out servers properly at the start when they had when they got told 100 times by fucking amateurs just on the forums that they have way too little servers. They've got like 50 servers less than they should have. At strike one, they fucked up there, okay? And now they're inflicting actual pain on their user base and having a less a less quality gameplay experience because they refuse to invest in decent fucking hardware, and they refuse to come into the 21st century and actually use quality stuff. This is a company that I had to say it again, is worth 50 to 60 billion dollars. You're telling me that they can't run a fucking MMO on decent servers? Fuck off, man. They need to fix something. They need to fix their servers. They need to fix their code. Whatever it is, I don't care. There is no excuse that a company that large, that people pay a monthly fucking fee for, should have to put up with that shit. Layering and fucking lag central. Get the fuck out of here. I don't understand how anyone who previously came to Classic WoW from a private server can sit there and play that, knowing that they've had a better experience on fucking European private servers. There is nothing. There's nothing that can convince me that these people aren't like retarded or something.
But that's what I'm
Or
saying.
have
Like
brain damage.
the only people like that who are left playing are people who are they're just burnout losers who use the game for social status, and that's all it is.
Yes,
It's
I would say
pathetic.
burnout losers and wannabe streamers like fucking T Mugsy or something.
Yeah, that very true. And people who like want to be on streamer streams and like basically anyone a part of those streamers communities like, ooh, please, I want to be in your guild, Team Mosey. I want to win your bum bum. Ooh, like just absolute fucking
Yeah.
ass rimmers, just losers. Fucking
And I also want to say that the repercussions of this, by the way, guys, anyone here who sits here and disagrees with me, the repercussions here don't simply end at ZG entrance, which in of itself is a relatively harmless thing. Layering during ZG farm, I mean, who gives a fuck, right? Who honestly cares? But the repercussions come next stage, next segment, when the Anchorage gates open. That's when the fun is really going to begin. When you have thousands upon thousands of people at the front of the AQ gates for the opening cinematic, and there's people fighting, and there's mob spawning going nuts, and there's wars going on. That's when the repercussions on the server will truly hit. Truly, truly hit. And you'll realize what a giant fucking amount of time you've wasted, all for this moment to be ruined by the server going down 100 times a second. And if it doesn't go down and they manage to keep it up, and the only way they do manage to keep it up will be layering it by fucking, I don't know, 5 layers on Herald or something, 6 layers. If they do manage to do that, they've completely ruined the quality of the Anchorage gates opening. Okay, they've totally ruined it because you'll be layered, and it'll be a bunch of it'll just be shit. Like, you know what I mean? It won't be a proper opening. You won't get to actually see the whole server there. It'll just be this mangled fucking basket of rubbish.
yep. And like literally, the only thing left to be said about this is like, I mean, look at a server like Scarum, just to like they added transfers and now Scarum's a 98% alliance. Like the thing about WoW servers is like especially vanilla, you have to maintain 50% balance or at least close to it. Otherwise, it's a snowball effect and your server dies, and it's fucking terrible for the server. And like just the whole way they handle the servers is causing a massive domino effect of all these issues, and the fact that their hardware is shit. So basically, if you're the only thing left to be said is if you're still like playing this game and paying it, like I said, you're either an addict or you're just a fucking piggy and just keep paying piggy. That's really all there is to say. Just a
Or they must be
fucking
bored out of their mind.
useless fucking pay pig. Play a different game.
So, so on the topic of Scarum, so people don't know, have you got a video clip about that, Musk? Like,
I don't have a video clip,
Scarum,
but I can go to Ironforge.
right?
Alright.
Scarum is a server that is currently 98% alliance, soon to be 99. So you, you have a one faction server basically. There's no alliance left. Okay, and this all comes from massive mismanagement by Blizzard of servers. They have no fucking care how these servers end up. And the core root of the problem here is that they treat Classic like they treat BFA. On BFA, who gives a fuck? Okay, if the server's one faction dominated, who cares? It's basically a raid simulator these days anyway. And if you want PvP, go queue for a BG and you'll get cross realm. Go queue for arena and you'll get cross realm. Go queue for fucking whatever that other shit is. War. What is that shit called? The War Islands or whatever? Expeditions? You know what I'm talking about?
Scarum, yeah, but Scarum at launch is one of the biggest servers, and now it's 5K with 1% alliance.
What is that?
And look at Heartseeker. You know what they should literally do? They should literally take.
Oh man.
They should
They
take.
should merge them.
They should. What I'm saying is they should take Heartseeker and Scarum, merge them together, and then divide them equally by guild.
Yeah.
by guild
Exactly.
and move guilds off, like equally skilled guilds, and then you make two 50-50 servers. They have
And to make this worse for a second, they're both PvP servers, aren't they?
yes, they are.
Whew.
You could literally fix
Wow.
it. Like you just have
Yeah,
to
but like I said, I
combine
want
the
to get back
player
to the
base and
problem.
divide it in two. Like it's
But I want to get back to the core problem here, Musk, is the fact that they treat this game like they treat BFA, where actual server population doesn't even fucking matter because everything's cross server anyway. The people who are running this game don't actually understand anything. That's why you've got situations like this where you have a fucking vanilla realm with a 99% population, like what is that, a deficit? You got 98% fucking horde. That is just retarded. I can't. How does a server even get in that state? And you can say whatever you want. There is a lot of corrupted. There's a lot of corrupted owners of private servers, but even though they're corrupted, they run these servers better because it's in their best interest to make sure that these servers remain balanced. Otherwise, people will leave the server because it won't be fucking fun anymore. Okay, getting ganked by a horde all day. Okay, so even corrupt owners of servers do a better job at upkeeping servers than fucking Blizzard Entertainment does.
fucking yeah, scarams are just as bad. Or I know the Stalag just as bad as well. This is pathetic. Like
They're all bad, man. Scroll. There was another one there that was like 80%. You got Mankrik there. These are all extremely unbalanced.
yeah, and the thing is, like, private servers will at least put in a fucking faction queue, but Blizzard doesn't do anything because they're just fucking losers. They're lazy,
Bro, if
underfunded interns that have made this game. They literally
yeah,
got a bunch of
just
fucking
college kids,
college fucking pink-haired fucking dumb interns to make this shithole game.
$10 an hour.
Just fucking like a team of like three, just slapped it together and fucking spunked on the server fucking router and hope for the best. It's a fucking aborted, botched fetus, and that's all the game is. That's all
and
it'll
for
ever be.
people who don't understand how private servers work, they may be playing classic WoW and they're just watching this. If you have a 40-60 population on classic WoW, so like 40% alliance, 60% horde, people will actively complain about that imbalance. So 40-60 is enough to make most people on private servers extremely upset. You've got shit here. You got populations on this chart that we're looking at on the screen that are just absolutely incomprehensible. Every fucking server there is virtually unbalanced. Look at this. Look at the fucking imbalance. They take no care of their servers. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit if these servers rot. They couldn't care less.
They don't. They just don't fucking
It's
care, man.
disgraceful, man. These servers have cobwebs on them.
But yeah, I mean, like that's literally like just looking at this speaks for itself. Like, and some people can say, oh, you can blame the player base, but you can't blame the player base when they're getting fucking ganked out of their mind. They're gonna transfer off. They have the option. It should have been Blizzard's job to ensure a 50-50 split or close to 55-45 at the very worst, and then implement a faction queue or like just fucking hard lock rolling on a server. You can't make them too imbalanced, so it's a domino
Absolutely.
effect.
Listen, the only option they have now, the only option they can do now is force merge guilds. That's it. So they're now in a position where they want to save this thing. They're not going to save this thing, by the way, because they don't give a fuck. But let's say theoretically they suddenly cared. The only way they can do this is by force merging servers and force merging guilds and basically recreating all the servers. So they've totally fucked it.
It's
Vanilla,
impossible.
classic
That's
WoW classic WoW has been an utter failure for everything. If you think this is the actual vanilla experience, you're on fucking meth. Like straight up, you're just on meth. I don't know
Yeah.
what to say. Like you're just fucking delusional.
Absolute fucking crackhead. So that's all there's to say about Classic, I think, for now, though. Like, we kind of just fucking
Yep.
roasted it and roasted everyone who supports it. Like, look, I want to just say, I mean, if you're playing it with some fucking friends or whatever, and like it's maybe some fucking IRL friends, you like your guild, and you're just playing it to socialize, I get it. Like, that's different. But, like, as long as you recognize how fucking shit it is, I can fucking tolerate it. And obviously, what I say you shouldn't really care about. But at the same time, I'm still gonna fucking make fun of you and like make fun of anyone who actually actively supports the game. Like if you can say this is a fucking abortion sack of shit game and Blizzard should be bulldozed over, but I'm still gonna just keep playing because of my guild or whatever, then I can respect that at the very least, or at the most.
Yeah. So I'll say like I've got a couple of Australian friends. Obviously, for them, I get very good ping. My internet's very, very good here, so I get pretty damn good ping for an Australian. About 150 ms less than the average Australian. Um, But I know I have a lot of friends that did want to play Vanilla WoW when it came out, and simply private servers just weren't really an option to them. Okay, sometimes raid times don't, American times just don't work for them. I'm pretty flexible in that I have a job that can facilitate that, but they can't. Um, and they wanted to have a classic WoW experience that wasn't a massive lag fest. So they rolled, I think I can't remember what server they rolled on, but they rolled on some fucking classic WoW server, and so be it, man. They want to do that and they want to have fun. Go ahead. But even they admit the game is rubbish. They said this is fucking giga shit. They think it's horrible. Like, to be honest with you, and all of them have actually quit now. There's none of them that actually still play. They've all quit. But yeah, if you're just playing with your friends because you just that's the only way you can do it, then you're not part of the problem. I understand that. But if you're like, let's say I'm a 10 who was a total loser, who like bases his life around his fucking WoW classic achievements, then yeah, you are truly on crack and meth and all types of shit. Like you've had a bat broken over
Fucking.
your head or something. That guy's a fucking loser.
Oh, there's so many of them, dude. Like, just watching these
There's tons of
just
them.
watching these guys like fucking drunk or whatever at like fucking 1 a.m. on stream, like eat farming fucking his winter spring frost saber on his fucking 10th character that he's leveled up. He's literally the yes honey emote like embodied into a human. Just fucking
Bro, and he's just sitting there with like his face falling off. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's tons of those fucking guys. You can tell that their whole life, it's like their whole life has just come to an like they've realized their life is a lie, but now they're in denial, so they have to like facilitate this lie, and they've left playing this dog shit hollow shell of vanilla WoW game. Pathetic, bro.
Dude, but
I love the.
but I spent all this time ranking. I'm gonna enjoy this gear in BWO for the 700th time, and I'm gonna go use it in World P. Oh wait, I can't PvP because there's fucking layering or two legs. Too bad.
Oh
Pathetic.
wait, I can't PvP because we're on a Legion client, and every time I go into near a city, it spawns 1,000 fucking guards.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Oh man.
So yeah, so basically, fuck classic, and going into like one thing I wanted to mention about like I kind of want to move on from classic now, and I wanted to mention if anyone wants to try out TBC, now is like actually a pretty good time because Netherwing has recently added Instant 58 to their main realm. It's Sunwell. There's lots of catch-up mechanics with the Isle of Quel'Danos and zul'gurub, so you could easily roll on Netherwing at level 58 and just make it to max level in a couple days. I think it's 2x permanently. I don't. It might not be. It might be 1x. But either
I
way,
believe it is 2x.
practice your Outlands route and yeah, and see how some of the content scripted. I just kind of want to mention that because that's like literally the only news in TVC right now is that they have Instant 58. We already talked about Light's Vengeance and Endless the last time, so
Yep. And I'll make a personal comment here about Netherwing that Netherwing is like the only server I will ever shill for. Okay, so you guys, everyone watching this knows, I am an Endless fan. I am a Netherwing fan. Okay, Netherwing is the best scripted server I've ever played on, and it's the best scripted TBC server by a fucking country mile. Okay, like
yeah,
nothing even comes close. There's no competition. If you want to get this is your last chance, okay, to get a good Blizzard experience, an actual proper TBC experience where it
better
won't be
arguably.
patch two, where it won't be patch 2.43 on opening, and all the bosses are nerfed to shit like Blizzard are gonna do to it. Okay, they're gonna ruin TBC like they've ruined Classic. This is the last chance you've got.
Yeah,
Okay, the bosses are hard as fuck. They're scripted extremely well. Okay, they're not the owners of the server are not corrupt. Okay, we've seen this. They're not corrupt. They're totally legit. They care about their server. They care about their scripts. Okay, they've got one of the best scripters there, of one of the best devs of all time, known as Wolfenstein. A total guy's just like a fucking library. Okay, like he's been doing this shit, I believe, since 2003. He's been working on WoW code, so this guy knows exactly what he's doing, and that's why the server's so fucking good, man. It's mainly because of him.
yeah, and like they're obviously like I will say I'm very biased towards Netherwing. Like I would say I would consider myself somewhat of I wouldn't say it's a shill, but I mean I guess you could say I'm a fucking shill or whatever. I shill for Netherwing. I'm biased towards it. And the only thing I will say negative about the server is that the admins like mainly Wolfenstein and MTech, are very fucking lazy with everything but code. Like they just want to fucking code, but they're fucking lazy as hell when it comes to like helping issues with individual players, or like I
Well,
swear
it's not
that.
really their job, though, is it?
But no, but it's their job to fucking hire like staff or whatever. And I swear, like when I was on the server, they had a new fucking head GM or whatever, a new fucking GM joining, and then like I swear you would never see them talk or do anything. You never, and it was just on repeat. Like it was so fucking weird. I've never like when I played Lights Hope, all the admins or all the game masters and support staff were very active on Discord. But when you played Netherwing, there's like one or maybe two, and like they always have these fucking hiring things, and they say, "Oh, we've brought this guy on as a GM," and you never see anything about him again. It's like, what the fuck's happening to all these people? And they always it's like they're just cycling these guys in and out. So I don't know what's fucking going on, but I don't know. Just they seem a bit lazy on that department. So, but I mean, they do maintain a GM team, and it's obviously like they will help you out. They'll fix your issues, but I don't know. Maybe just fucking I don't know what's going on, but it's just
Yeah,
something's fucked
I'll,
up.
you know what? I'll agree with you on that to an extent. I'll also say I do find the team to be very small. They run a very tight ship there. Okay, I think there's only like what 4 members right now, 4, 5,
Yeah, I just find
five
it.
fucking members of the whole team. That's crazy to me.
The main thing I was just saying is it's weird how they're always fucking cycling through GMs all the time. Like it's just
Yeah,
fucking bizarre to me. And also sometimes some of the game masters are pretty petty. Like I called the one smelly. I remember one time I said smelly more like smelly as a joke, and I got fucking chat banned for 24 hours. So
yeah. That guy is that guy still on the team
I
or did
think
he
so.
leave?
I think so. Some of them are fucking big weenies and they're just fucking scared of words, but some of them are all right.
Smaley, whatever his fucking name is, I remember the guy you're talking about. I don't like that guy at all. But there are some GMs on there that I do like a lot. I think they're pretty cool guys. I think they're pretty fair. And there is one that's very active in the chat. There's also a couple of former game masters on there that are still active in the chat that will help you out and get you, I guess, get you to the people that you need to get to if you've got issues because they have the connections. But I will 100% agree with you that they probably need more game masters. I'd say they probably need like 4 or 5 more.
Yeah, and they need to fucking find a way to like actually hire game masters that aren't gonna quit in 2 weeks or something, because it's fucking weird. Like, well, we've welcomed this guy to the team, everyone, and then everyone's like, oh, it's another one, yay.
Yeah. Oh
So,
well, though.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say on Netherwing. There's very little news on TBC, and I would say if you're looking out for fresh, expect June or July. That's what I would say.
Yep, and just keep it in mind, guys. This will be the last chance for the foreseeable future that you will get a legitimate TBC experience with pre-nerfed bosses. Okay, pre-nerfed.
Would
These bosses are legitimate in difficulty. They're hard. They're actually hard.
They're
Okay.
2.0, and on top of that, they're overtuned. So I would like to
Yeah.
declare this: Netherwing is the final fresh. It's
Yes.
happening. The
I
final
agree. It's the
fresh.
final fresh.
The final fresh, guys. We've made it. It's been a long road, but we finally made it. The final fresh.
This is it.
It's it.
After this, guys. Personally, for me, I'm onto Wrath of the Lich King probably if I do play WoW again after Netherwing. What about you, Big Mask? What are you going to be doing? I'm on to Wrath after that. Like,
Um,
that's the only thing you're going to be able to do. There's going to be no more TBC servers after this. I
who
don't think.
knows, man? Who fucking knows? Too early to say now. I don't really like Wrath that much. Hopefully, there's like a fucking baller Kata server that comes out that doesn't have looking for group or looking for raid, or it could have looking for
True.
group but no looking for raid. And I want it to be pre-nerf content,
Yeah,
pre-nerf
man. I
heroics.
got I got to admit,
I like
Cataclysm dungeons were some of the most fun I ever had in the
Kata.
pre-nerf
Like
state.
we need fucking that WoW Tory team to fucking make Cataclysm. Where is it, dude? I'm fucking sick of it. Like
Was Hades was pretty good, wasn't it?
I think it was all right. They made a lot of dumb errors. I think
Yeah.
we need WoW fucking Tori. I'm telling you, man. We need Higi and the fucking what are they Polish? We need those fucking base Poles to make
I think
some
they're
fucking.
Hungarian.
Are they Hungarian? Well, we need them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
We need those fucking bastards to make us a good Kata server because I don't trust anyone else to honestly. Most of these guys can only script up to TBC because it's very simple scripting compared to like even Wrath gets a lot more complicated, but like Kata and Mop especially, like that's when you start getting into big script territory where the game was a lot more
Yeah, it's
complex and
tough.
like
Yeah.
in behaviors, and there's a lot more abilities. That and like apparently their mop core is insanely good, and I don't know if I haven't really I never gave mop a chance. I mean, I was excited for it. I remember I was always like I didn't really care about the pandas thing like at the
No, I
time.
quit during mop, so there's
I
that.
I played mop for literally a week, and how many dailies I had to farm, I literally just quit. Like I thought it was this fucking shittest expansion at max level.
I did the first raid tier in like I guess I'd call the guild at the time semi-hardcore, and I think we were like 10th on the server or something. And we completed the first raid tier in about a week and a half on the highest difficulty. And after that, I just quit because I'm like, this expansion is giga shit. Apparently, it got better after I quit. All I know is the fact that the first raid tier was a joke and it was piss easy.
I heard apparently a lot of people who talk about mob say Throne of Thunder, which is 5.2, is basically like one of the
They
best
say it's pretty
patches.
solid,
It's
yeah.
basically like Ulduar tier quality of raid.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that high. I don't know if you can get Ulduar tier anymore,
Well,
but
I don't know. That's
yeah.
everyone who's played it says so. I can't say myself. I won't say it or I won't deny it, but I've heard that as a rumor. And
Ulduar wasn't a unique experience to travel through. It was literally one of the craziest raids I've ever seen in terms of boss fights and actual like the way it's laid out with the tram ride and shit. Holy fuck, man! The secret boss like Alagon. That's one of the coolest things I've ever.
yeah, that's actually I think where it almost originated was Uldor having the secret boss if you clear hard mode. I don't think it ever existed before. I'm trying to think.
No, it never did. It was
That
that
was that
Ulduar
was
was the
the raid
raid.
that it originated in. That's actually
Yes,
pretty insane.
and you only had 50 attempts on him as well.
Because I know in Canada they had Sinestra and Bastion of Twilight if you did it on heroic. But that's one thing that pisses me off about Wrath. I don't like splitting raids by 10 to 25 man on an like on a collective basis. I think it's better when I like the TBC model where you have 10 man raids that are catch up raids like Kara and ZG. Well, Kara's not a catch up raid, but ZG or not ZG, Zolaman is a catch up raid. I like having those as 10 man options and then having raids designed only for 25 or 20, I guess. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
don't
Like
like
I like
I
10
don't
mans. I
like
do
the
like them.
split. I don't like having like 10 man Nats and 25 man Nats and then 25 man or then 10 man Nat Ulduar, 25 man Ulduar, 10 man Ulduar hard mode and then you have like TOC in like 4 difficulties. It's just fucking stupid. Like
The thing is though is that back in Raft though the 10 mans gave worse loot. So does that make up for anything?
no, because you still end up doing them all over
Oh,
and over
you're just upset about the content.
Yeah.
You want that content to be
I
locked.
just think it's bad. I just think it's bad. I think it's bad practice, bad game design. I think it was a mistake, and I think that's what
I guess we
I
disagree a little bit
I
there,
think.
but
Well, I mean that's what's led to retail having like fucking 5 difficulties for every raid. That was what originated it, and I think it was a fucking mistake. I think Ulduar did it perfectly. I think if Ulduar was literally just like a 20-man raid with its hard modes as optional like fun mechanics you could do, I think that was perfect. And then they could just design 10-man raids alongside of it as unique raids. But that's just my opinion. But I guess some people have trouble getting 25, so I see it, but whatever.
I just like I'll tell you what I like 10 mans because it's a bit more personal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a bit more it's just a bit more fun. I've always had more fun in 10 mans than I have in 25. 25s are like serious business, you know what I mean? Like whereas 10 mans, I remember just my 10 man experience, it's like a lot of cracking jokes and like having a laugh and having fun and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed that
I've
part.
always done that in 25s too, though, so I guess
I know I
it
haven't really
depends on
done
your
that to be honest.
atmosphere in the
25s.
guild, I guess. So yeah, I guess that covers. I guess that's pretty much WoW talk out of the way, and
Yeah.
the next topic. You wanna lead this one off?
All right, guys. To step away from the WoW talk a little bit now, we're going to talk about someone who was a former WoW private server player and also a classic WoW streamer. I'm sure you guys know who this is. It's Alex Central. He had a freak out, what I believe to be a schizophrenic episode back. I think it might have been 5 months ago, where he declared that classic WoW was some complete garbage. He's correct on that, by the way, but that's beside the point. He declared that it was complete garbage. He deleted 6 years of videos on his channel, totally deleted his account, lost, I believe it was like 30,000 subscribers, millions of views, and decided that he was going to become a video game journalist and also movie reviewer. He made the account Rare Spawn. Now, as you can see, he is like Marvel, and he's like doing Marvel reviews and shit like that, and video reviews. Like about 2 weeks ago, he decided that video games were for losers, and he was way above video games, and he was a real man, and he's like an alpha male. So he decided to move into, I guess you would call it, like red pilled pickup artist talk, meninist talk, where he basically talks about like how to impress women in every video, and like how to make women want you and love you, and like how to read books. uh so it's just funny to me that, like, like his name is literally Rare Spawn, taken after a video game, and here he is saying video games suck, making making videos on how to be an alpha male giga chad.
literally, literally 2 weeks ago, his name was Animal Crossing God in all caps. Literally Animal Crossing God 2 weeks ago, and then he just sold his fucking Switch or whatever. Which
Yes.
obviously, like, who
So
cares? But it's just fucking funny, like how he, it's just hilarious. How I remember, like, this was years ago. He said he's quitting YouTube and taking a break and getting like a girlfriend and going to the gym and stuff, and quitting drinking because it's really unhealthy for him or whatever, and it makes him unhappy. And then literally like a month later, he came back and he's like, "All right, the gym isn't what makes me happy. I just want to be myself and play games or whatever, and like just chill and like if girls like me, then that's it." And then he started doing that, and he's like flip flop, I think at least 7 times between IRL pill and gaming
oh
pill.
man,
It's just fucking funny,
like I said, the guy is a schizophrenic, you know what I mean? It's just hilarious to me that he's like disavowed games, say games are for losers and whatever. Like, he may have a point that I think video gaming does encourage bad habits, without a
I
doubt. Like
think
an
it's
addiction to
harmful.
anything does.
I think video
With an
games are
addiction to
harmful.
anything
Yeah.
does. Absolutely, dude. You're telling me that some of those people on Classic WoW aren't harmed? Of course they are. So you've got that going on, but just the name Rare Spawn with a mix of him hating on video games is just too much for me to handle. Especially like Musk said 2 weeks ago, he was bragging about how good he was at Animal Crossing, and now he's like enlightened.
And his fucking like rare spawn is literally a fucking like MMO thing. Like, oh, it's a rare
Yeah.
spawn. Like, and
Yeah.
and now he has a patron in the ranks for like the breeding ground. The breeding ground. Wait, where is
And
it?
he also stole his YouTube logo off Jurassic Park.
Oh, I just want to look at his like, and now he's also. There was months ago where I know this for a fact because there's people I know that are also in his Discord that have said like he used to like say books are a waste of time, and now he's recently picked up books, and one day after he picked up books, he hit
Oh
us
my god.
he hit us with this gem. He has the fireplace on his TV, and he just has a book sitting there, and he's fucking posting it to Twitter.
Oh my god. So cringeworthy.
Look at the
This is
fucking
like
cringe. Look at it, cringe.
this is like what a redditor would think is intellectualism. You know what I mean? Like the fireplace with the book. Oh man, this guy has fallen off big time. So just if you're under the age of like 18 and you're watching this stream, guys, don't ever become like this. This guy is retarded. He's an idiot. Okay, he is actually dumb. Like he's one of those really dumb people that think they're like insanely intelligent, and they change their opinion like every.
Yeah, it's the thing is he has an underdog complex. In other words, a Batman complex. This guy thinks he's Batman. Everything he does is underground or like he's going against the grain and he's fighting an uphill battle. Like no
Yeah.
matter what, he could be like shilling the most fucking popular like viewpoint in the world, and he'll still be acting like he's a fucking underdog. It's just funny.
So, just go back to the fireplace video quickly before I wrap this up. What he's doing here is this is what he thinks smart people look like. So that's how you know he's dumb. He thinks this is what smart people do because he lives his life through movies or something, or fucking Netflix. he thinks really smart people like Einstein sat there next to a fireplace and read books. Is this guy on drugs? Actually, he needs to be because he's a schizophrenic. But yeah,
I think it's bipolar or something. Who knows?
he's got something going
I
on.
think it's bipolar. It's honestly like it makes
There's
sense.
something, got autism or something. He's
And-
got Spurgtism.
And the funniest thing is like people have been pretending to be me. Well, people, but
Yes, people.
Certain people have been impersonating me and like trolling him, and it literally has nothing to do with me. I didn't orchestrate it, and this guy fucking believes it's actually me. Like what the fuck? Like it's so obviously not me just by the way it typed and everything. I guess he doesn't know me very well, but it's just
So did he
fucking
block you?
funny. Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter, so I had to go on and fucking I had to log out to fucking look at his Twitter to laugh at. But
Oh
like
man, what
I
a
literally,
mess.
he literally thinks like our Discord or whatever, or me, is like running a downvote bot ring to downvote all his videos, and he
Yeah,
actually
people
believes
just don't
it.
like his opinions, man. Like, believe it or not.
And but now he's justified it as the MGTOW community rating his videos. And let's look at this. Take care of yourself or be like the guy on the left. This fucking meme I can't even handle it. I can't handle it, man. He spends all his time playing video games. What a fucking nerd. And it's supposed to say like if you take care of yourself and look good, like your hobbies, even though they're the same, they're cute on one side. Like I don't know. I don't really get what he's trying to say here. Like I thought this was supposed to. Isn't this meme supposed to make fun of women for being like shallow? I don't even know, but like obviously you should take care of yourself, but I don't know. I just can't read this. Like the fact that that's shared makes me fucking just blast cringe into my pants. Oh, and he's reading the at rational male. Great advice for single men out there. We're in positions as men. Don't settle down early. I mean, I guess it's good that he's I guess it's good that he's fucking. I mean, I agree with a lot of what he says, but just the way he goes about it is cringe as fuck, and the way he
Yeah,
flip flops is cringe as fuck, and just the way he flip flops is cringe as fuck. Like he's not consistent on anything, and he's never been, and that's like always been the issue. Like there's times I don't even have a problem with him. I just think it's kind of like it's honestly just kind of like a lol cow at this point. Like he's just a lol
yeah.
cow.
I don't know, man. I just think some of the stuff he says is smart, but like he always says it in the dumbest way imaginable, so it kind of just ruins it.
He's not very
But
what's the word? Articulate. He's not good at articulating his thoughts. It,
it seems like he gets to the right. He makes the right point in the wrong way, like the wrong. Like he accidentally makes the right point.
well, it's like
You know what?
it's like he has the right idea, but then the conclusion he draws from it is retarded, basically.
Okay, so for instance, here I'll use an example. He claims that video games are like pretty bad for you. I agree. Like in I'd say like probably like 60% of cases they probably are. Like a lot of people get addicted to them. Their life starts going downhill from them. They start focusing more about fucking their WoW character than their life. So in that regard, he's right. But what he uses to justify his reasoning that video games are bad is that he said they're bad because women aren't impressed by them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what? You're like, what the fuck? Like, who cares?
like yeah, I like and he made a point where it's like you should care what other people think of you. And yes, to an extent, but if you just drop every hobby that you enjoy because someone calls it cringe, that's kind of like pathetic. And I guess he's even exemplifying that here with everyone bullying him for rare spawn and he's still going at it. So I guess you gotta at least respect him a little bit there.
Yeah,
But I don't know, man. It's just
yeah,
he just everything to like a mass extreme. Like, and the thing, my argument is with the video games thing. Like, sure, you cut out video games, but okay, you stop playing video games. What are you gonna do then? Like half the time, these people are just gonna find something else to waste their time with.
yeah. I don't
Like
know,
fucking
especially now during a pandemic.
yeah,
Like,
like
it's a stupid video to make, but
like
he
binge.
does have a point. There's a point there. There's a point
It's
there.
a
No doubt
point there,
about it.
but the reasoning behind his point is retarded. Like because women are
Yeah, hundred
unimpressed by
percent.
it.
Yeah, it's just stupid. That is just so mind-numbingly dumb. I can't even comprehend it. Like they're not bad because you lose control of your life and you care more about your WoW character than you do your life. They're bad because women.
Yeah, and then but that's in the same sense he'll say that, but then he'll just make a rant about how women are slobs, which is base. This is probably his
Yeah.
best video that I agree with the most when he just started fucking ripping into like women. That was pretty red pilled, but like I don't
Yeah.
understand how you can say this, but also say like playing games is gay because women. Like what? Or like doing like
Yeah, so like I don't want to talk about this guy for too much longer because
yeah.
it is what it is. Like he doesn't he has no crossover with what I like anymore. Like I used to watch some of his stuff when he did WoW videos and stuff like that. But now obviously I'm not going to watch this stuff because it's just stupid. And I've also heard it all 100 times. It's just like the
It's
average fucking like YouTube intellectual like You know, like this guy's like Jordan Peterson, except like in his room. You know what I mean? Like he's like just like some Jordan Peterson tier, whatever. So who cares? But people were asking like they wanted an update on what this guy's doing, and some people don't know where he went. And you know, you and me have had some messages asking about like what he's been up to and stuff. So this is what he's doing. You know, he deleted all his channel, and now he's doing fucking this. Now he hates on video games and Marvel movies after reviewing video games and Marvel movies a couple of months ago and having the name after a video game reference. So, oh my god.
And then like wait, so it went from video games, no, it went from movies and pop culture to gaming to Joe Biden sniffing some girl's hair. Joe Biden
Yeah,
says
it went
video games
political.
teach you to
It
kill
went to
game devs
political.
or teach you to kill game devs or creeps, and then he went politics for like 2 weeks.
And then you can see he's talking about games there because he's talking about Brack.
And Crash Bandicoot massacred my boy 2 months ago, and then he took a break, and then he I gotta watch this.
What is up, people? How's it going? I am alive. Channel's not dead yet. Where do I begin? Let me just say, guys, what I've been doing for the last... I pretty much went on a month and a half binge of sex, weed, and traveling. That's pretty much what
I pretty much went on a month's. Well, there's Lavos commenting. I pretty much went on a month's binge of sex, weed, and traveling. Like
This guy thinks he's like a member of Led Zeppelin or something.
Didn't he just fucking like talk about how doing that kind of stuff is bad? Like in one of these,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh, his own rules don't apply to him, I guess.
Alright, but anyways, I don't want to fucking rang on.
That sums up the Alex Central situation quite well, I think.
But yeah, that was a good podcast. What do you think? What do you think there, Jiggy?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. You know, I think we covered a pretty wide array of topics from Warmane to classic to even Alex Central having an appearance at the end there. If you guys made it this far, thanks for watching a lot. We appreciate it quite a lot, don't we?
Yeah, it means a lot, and I will be posting my Discord link in the description, and I will be also pinning it to the comments. Hopefully, if I remember, I'll remember though. And
Peace out, guys.
yeah, thanks for watching.